We are asking, Sikhs are asking for nothing more than respect for the religious and cultural practices of Sikhs that are given. The main majority community is catered for in this bill regarding sporting activities, films, television, historical enactments and so on. We are asking for nothing more than for our cultural, religious and cultural requirements to be simply respected.
My Lord, I think the Kirpan, described by the Lord Kennedy, is absolutely correct that it is a religious sentiment which has been known to the British governments and the British people since the two world wars. With the army, there was a Sikh batch of the religious people, and they would used to have a ceremonial sword in front of the holy book. There's nothing wrong in that. It is purely used for religious purpose, and I think it's good if this can be accepted.
Well, my Lords, could I say I'm grateful to the Noble Lord, Lord Kennedy, for his amendments, and it deals with an issue which we've discussed at length at committee and which was the subject of a very productive roundtable on the 13th of February, attended by members of the Sikh community and also the Noble Lord, Lord Kennedy, Lord Paddock, the Noble Lord, Lord Singh and Lord Surrey. And I've also been grateful to have a separate discussion with my noble friend, Lady Verma. I have provided a fact sheet to Noble Lords setting out the current position under the offensive weapons legislation in relation to Kirpans, and I would happily place a copy in the library of the House. The amendment from the Noble Lord, Lord Kennedy, seeks to address the issue of ensuring that Sikhs are not prosecuted for possessing a Kirpan and to allow the gifting of large Kirpans by Sikhs to non-Sikhs. The amendment would therefore exempt Kirpans from the offences of possessing a bladed or sharply pointed article in a public place or school and further education premises, and from the offence of possessing an offensive weapon under Section 141A of the Criminal Justice Act of 1988. I believe the intention is also to exempt Kirpans from the offence of supplying of an offensive weapon under Section 141 of the 1980 Act, albeit the current amendment only references possession. The exemption would apply whether Kirpan is possessed for religious, ceremonial, sporting or historical reasons. My main issue with the amendment is that it refers to Kirpans but doesn't define what they are. Kirpans vary considerably in size and shape, the only common factor being their association with the Sikh faith. That is why the existing defences of possession and supply for religious reasons work so well. They are defined by reference to purpose. It would not be workable to have an exemption for Kirpans without saying what they are, otherwise everyone caught in possession of a knife or sword could claim it was a Kirpan and that they possessed it for religious, ceremonial, sporting or historical reasons. The police and CPS would have to prove otherwise, in effect having to prove the item was not a Kirpan, the person was not a Sikh, or the person wasn't possessing it for sporting, ceremonial or other reasons, rather than the defendant proving or showing that they had a defence for possessing the weapon. I appreciate that the intent behind the amendment is to deal with the issue of the gifting of Kirpans, because there is already a defence for religious reasons under the sections 139, 139A, 141 and 141A of the 1988 Act, and there's already a defence for sporting purposes under sections 141 and 141A of that Act. My Lords, the Government is sympathetic to the need to find a solution to the issue of Sikh cultural practices of gifting a Kirpan. I'd say to the Noble Lord that we are continuing to actively look at this issue within Government, and we are continuing to meet with the Noble Lord, Lord Singh and others to make sure that we come to the right solution. I am very hopeful that something can be done in this area, and it will be possible to bring forward a suitable Government drafted amendment at third reading. I'd also note that the Noble Lord's amendment as currently drafted doesn't render the supply of a Kirpan, that is the act of gifting, lawful. It only exempts the possession, and this is one issue which we'll need to consider further ahead of the next stage. In the usual way, noble lords will understand that I can't give a cast iron guarantee that the government will be able to support a more targeted amendment at third reading, but we'll make our intentions clear in advance so that if necessary, the noble lord can bring back this amendment or some variant of it, but on the basis that we want to...
My Lord.
May I just finish?
Sure.
Can come in, but on that basis want to work with noble lords to find an equitable solution. So I hope that noble lord will be able to withdraw his amendment at this stage. In terms of what other communities, to answer the noble lord Paddock's question about what other communities came forward, none did, my lord.
My Lords, much is being made of the definition of a Kirpan. It was said in the meeting with Home Office people that a Kirpan is simply a word, a Punjabi word for a sword. There is no other need for a definition. It is nothing very different. This has been said again and again, and yet it's being used as a reason for delay and further consideration, which completely confuses me.